So hello everybody, how are you today? In today's video we're going to do an end-to-end Power BI report, which means from getting data all the way to a final visualization. What data we're going to visualize? This one, coronavirus 2019. This website tracks the number of cases, where they found the cases, the number of deaths, and the number of recovers. And they actually are kind enough to share the data set, which is amazing. You can find it here. You see download Google Sheet. And what we're going to do is kind of this visualization that you'll see here in Power BI. We're not going to do exactly this one because that requires other data set and the transformations are much harder. We will do that for another Power BI video. But for today, we're going to do something like this with this data. And I'll show you how to do it step by step. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to actually get the data. So if we click on the link, it will take us to a Google Sheet document. And there is that one, and then it is that one. I'm actually using the second one, which it gives you a list of all the cases that are confirmed, recover, and death in 3 Google Sheets, okay? So what we need to do is to actually get this data. Now, you cannot just get these Google Docs. Let me show you a notepad and copy paste because you're going to get a mess, right? So I have already a video done on how you need to transform this link into a link that is good for Power BI. And I will post the link down below, but this is the link that you need to do. And again, link down below on how to do the transformation is actually quite easy. You just remove these and replace it with these, okay? But you're going to get this file for download also, so don't worry about it. So let me see. This is the link that we need, right? So this will get the file from Google Sheets as an Excel file and then put it into Power BI. And we're going to need a web get data as a web, okay? So it will go into the link and then it will get the information as if it was an Excel file. So that is quite easy. Now, we will get 3 sheets. You are going to see them in a second. And my computer is a bit slow today. I don't know why. Here you have them. So you have the confirm, the death, and the recovery. So you just click them all. Transform data. And then we're going to get that information directly into Power BI. So when they update the data, which they do once a day, then we will get the data also. So we can follow the spread of the virus too. So here we have it. Now, the first thing we're going to need to do is use first row as header. So we get the first row as headers and look at the data a little bit, right? So there is actually this column distribution and column profile, which I find that is actually quite useful. It will give you information about the different columns. And when the data set is new, it is a wonderful way to discover what it is. So here you'll see that there is a province, there is 46 distinct. We have country, we have first confirm, and this is a field that is repeating for each country because the country is duplicated for every date. So that should give us a clue that we need to do something with our model, right? Then we have latitude and longitude. We have 65 unique. We have 65 countries, so 65 unique should be a good thing. Then we have the dates and the cases, right? So this is for confirm. And then we can see that everything seems to have data, so that is wonderful. So once we know that, remove those because they make Power Query slow once you've done the preliminary analysis. Okay, so before we start cleaning anything, we need to think about how we want our model to be. And we have now 3 tables. We have the confirm table, we have the death table, And then we have the recovered. So people that got infected by it, thankfully, they are okay now. And these three tables have the exact same information, except for one column where it reports the number of confirmed, the number of deaths, or the numbers of the recovery. So in my head, this should be all joined into one. So we should have here confirm with the death, with the recovery. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And then we can also slice the data very, very easy if we do it that way. So we're going to get rid of these two tables. I'll show you later. So let's remove that. And something that we always need is going to be a date, a calendar, right? That will be connected to the date that is in here. And you saw on the table that these tables contain a column that it was called first date of discovery, something like that. So we had, for example, I don't know, the 2nd of February, there was the first case in Spain. And it was first discovered the 1st of February. And then it goes the 3rd of February. There is still one case in Spain. And of course, the first date of discovery is always going to be the 1st of February. So this is going to repeat all the time. And that should give you an idea that, maybe that should be also a supporting table in here. So we're going to create a locations table. So we don't need to repeat these multiple times. We don't need to repeat the latitude and longitude multiple times. It just works once. And we're going to create a key that is going to be called location ID. Location ID. Okay. So now that we have this, we have the model in our head, we're going to start cleaning the data so we actually get it the way that we want it. Are you ready? Let's go back to Power BI. Okay, so now we're back in Power BI. Let's see how we actually do this. The first thing that we need to do is to create a key for location. And you can see that if we join these two together with a comma, we will get a unique identifier for them. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to add column, custom column. And we're going to join the state, and then you join this exactly the same way as in Excel with country. And these we're going to call location. You can call it location ID, but we're going to actually use it in the model, so let's give it a good name. So here we have our location, and that means that we can just get rid of all the location data in here. Okay, so before doing that, we're going to duplicate this, and I'll show you in a second why. Duplicate, okay, and now we're going to get these and these and these and these, and we're going to get rid of them, remove columns. So in this file, we have just the dates and the location ID. Okay, now, oh no, I did it on the wrong one. Let's go up. This is our fact table. Remove columns. Yeah, and now here we're going to remove that last step because we did it wrong. Here we want to do exactly the opposite. We just want to keep the regional, the location columns, and we want to get rid of all the facts of the dates. And so what we're going to do is we're going to select the ones that we want to keep. Oh no, wrong. We're going to select the ones that we want to keep. We're going to right click and remove others. And the reason why we're going to do this is because there's going to come new columns, and we want to make sure that all of them disappear when we're loading. So we're saying remove others is basically saying, I just want these ones. You can see it here, up here in the code, that it says keep only these ones. And whatever comes new, forget about it. We don't want it. And we're going to call these location. This is one of our, what I call this in the model world, dimension table. It is basically a lookup table. Where is my location? There we have it. This is our key. So make sure you always put a data type to your columns. Otherwise you're going to get into a lot of trouble. So now we have one of the columns. Now we're going to need a date column or a calendar column. I've already have 1,000 of places where I'm showing you how to create calendars. So what we're actually going to do, I'm going to copy one of my calendars and I'm going to link down below to a video where I'll show you how to create a calendar, and also you can download this file, so you will be able to get the calendar there either way. So if we create a calendar from scratch, we're going to die. So I'm going to copy here and put it in there. You know, I don't know if you know, but you can actually copy and paste queries, Power Query queries. Very useful. So here we have our calendar. That starts from the 12th of December. It was the first time something was discovered, up to today. This basically says today. Okay, you're going to get this file again. So now we need to work with our precious file. So now here we have a column that it says where the case was located, and we have the number of cases for each day. You see, date and time, 530, blah, blah, blah. So what we need to do is to pivot is called. We need to put whatever is in columns into rows, because this is not going to help us do any analyzing at all. So we're going to get the location and we're going to go into transform, and then we're going to do pivot others. It means everything else that is in columns, put it in rows. Do like that. Okay. And there we have it. And look what we have now. This is super cool. We have location, we have a date time column, and we have the number of confirmed cases. Right? So let me do like this. I'm going to change it here. You can actually change it in another step. This is date time. Let's call it date because we're going to change its date. And then this is confirmed because this is the number of confirmed cases. Now, here's the thing. You see here, for Anhui, mainland China, there is a report twice. You see the 24th of January. One is in the morning, one is in the evening. Everything is one in the morning, in the evening, that there was no increase. It is 15, but you have to be careful with that, because if you put it in Power Query or in Power BI like that, it's going to sum everything, and you don't want to. You just want to have the status when the day closed. You know, because sometimes from the morning to the evening, there will be changes. In this case, we don't want to have that. We just want to have the total count per day, per country. So how do we do that? Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change this first to date time, otherwise it will break. And then we're going to change it to date. Add new step. So now we have the 24th January, you see, is twice, 25th January is 3 times because it did the count 3 times, 26th twice, 27th 3 times, they did the count 3 times. Now we need to group that and get just the max of the last date. How do you do that? Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay, we're going to do it. Group by. We're going to get this table and we're going to group it. Let me show you. So we're going to group it by date and location. So think in your mind that this is creating in the background a table that contains country and one date only. Instead of all the dates like you see here, 23, 24, 24, it just says Anhui, mainland China, 24. That's it. And it says, okay, what do I do with confirm? What do you want me to, how do you want me to calculate, aggregate that data? And what we actually wanted to have is the max of confirm. So what I'm saying is that if you find 2, for example here, if you find more than 1, you have 39, 39, 60, return the highest value, because the highest value is always going to be the value that was reported last. hopefully, unless they change the data backwards, but for what I've seen, they haven't done it. Okay, so look at that. Now we have one location, one date, and the max count, and you can see that it's increasing, right? How cool is that? And we want to change the name, not to count, but to confirm. So now we have a table that has date, have location, and have a confirmed number of cases, unique number. And we need to do the same for recover and for death, okay? There are two ways you can do that. You can do the exact steps 3 times, in this case 2 times for recover and from death, or you can do a little bit advanced stuff. I'm going to show you. It's not advanced at all, but I'm going to show you. You can do, when you do it on your own, you choose the method. So I'm going to go to the advanced editor. I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to go to the recover method, advanced editor. I'm going to remove this and paste that one. But now, do you see here that it says confirmed? We need to change all confirms to recover. Recover. That means that this is going to get the data from sheet recovered and do exactly the same thing. But we need to do it a few times more, because here it should say recovered. And here it should say recovered. If this confused you deeply because you are new to Power BI, do the steps manually, okay? I'm just a bit lazy. And let's see. Oh, there is a change in the name. I'll show you. On the column, when you promote the headers, let me show you what it is here. This, the recover and the death, this is not called est, it's called like that only. So you need to remove it, otherwise you will get in trouble. And the same when you remove it, you have to remove it from there. And then recovered. I forgot to change it somewhere else. Recovered, confirm. Oh, that is called confirm. That's no good. We need to change that in here too. Recovered. And then we've done everything. Again, if this confused you deeply, don't worry. Do one step by step. Repeat these steps. This is probably good training if you're new, and that's all you need to worry. But just to speed things up, I'm actually going to copy them. And hopefully this one we will do faster. This is called death. What a horrible name. And this is called deaths. And this is called deaths. And this is called deaths. And I think we're good to go. Let's see. Yes, so this one was a bit smoother. That's good. Okay, so now that we have cleaned the 3 tables, what we need to do is we need to put them together, because if you remember, we just wanted to have one. And because we have the same date and the same location, we're going to merge the tables. When you merge a table, you add columns to it based on something that is similar on both. Easier to show you than to speak about it. Let me show you. So we have the confirmed table. We're going to merge queries, and then we're going to merge this table with the recovered table where the date and location is the same. So where data location in this table is exactly the same as data location in this table, add a column. Okay, let me show you. Click OK. Open this thing, and then you'll see here recovered. We're going to add that. And here you can see that the 29th of January, there were 200 cases confirmed, but 2 recovered. Cool, huh? And I don't want to be called recovered 1. Why would you call it recovered 1? Cool. Okay, now we're going to merge with the death table too. So we're going to do merge queries. We're going to go to the death, date, location, date, location. Okay. And then we're going to add death. And there you have it. Unfortunately, here we have how many people have deceased on the dates. What a horrible data set. But maybe when we analyze it, we find something. So it is worth actually taking a look at it. So now we have a table that has all the deaths, all the recoveries, and all the confirmed for each state and each location. You can leave it like this and put it into the model. But here's the thing. I prefer to be able to slice, because I don't know if the number of confirmed includes or excludes the number of recovery and number of deaths. Otherwise, we could have done a calculation. The dataset doesn't say, so we cannot assume it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, again, unpivot this. I want to have these 3 columns as rows, because then I will be able to switch very easy between recover, death, or confirm. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. We take this one and that one, transform, and pivot others. And it's going to give us 2 columns. The first one, it will tell what is the status, if it is confirmed death or recovery. And the other one is going to give us the number of cases. And the only thing that we have left is go here and do a text, because it doesn't have a data type. Make sure you put data types on all your columns. And we are ready. Close and apply. So now we have the dates, the locations, the cases, the type, recovered. Okay, let me see. Something was wrong, probably when copying the table. Let's see. Sometimes it just complains and then nothing's up. So you just have to keep on doing refresh until it just gets in. Let's see if that is the case, or we need to do something else. Now it's another thing, you see? So let's go. Now we have again the same. That's super weird. It happened when I was building it too, and nothing was wrong in the code. I just clicked apply changes a few times and it worked. And you see, it's working. It's super weird. I don't know why. Either way, here we have our tables. Oh, we forgot one thing. Let's go back. We have joined 3 tables together. So that basically means that death, we want it to refresh, but we don't want to load because it's already in the confirmed. And recovered, exactly the same. We want it to refresh, but not to load because we wanted to get new data in there. And now confirmed shouldn't be called confirmed, should be called, I don't know, cases. For example, you can give it any name you like. Close and apply. And you can obviously merge to a new table, but why duplicate the data? I don't think it's necessary. And now we have our beautiful model. So let's look at it and see if our plan paid off. So here we have cases, which is our fact ID. That means it is a table that is changing all the time. We have location. We should put it together with location so we can grab the information that is in the location. Oh, we forgot one thing. We forgot to remove the duplicates on our location table. You can only do relationships when it is one to many. You can do many to many, but don't. No, it's not a good thing. So we want to have many here and one here. And this location table, it has the same values many times. We don't want that. What is our location ID? Oh, this is the location, right? Oh, check this out. Yeah, I forgot about it. when you're merging things that has empties, this is what happens. You know, Thailand concatenate with empty, it gives you empty. So that means that when we're doing, if we go here to cases, it's perfect that it happens. So you can actually see how to modify stuff. So I'm going to show you. So this is added custom. We did it. Come on. Oh my God. Where are you going? Add custom. Here. We need to do a bit of change. So we say, if we have it here, province state is empty, then country. Otherwise, calling Power Query else. And we are going to copy these because we are going to copy on the other two. So we need to have it there. We need to have it there. We need to have it here on the death table. I haven't saved this file. If my computer crashes, bye-bye. Okay, location. No, it's not that one. It is this one. And both of them are not empty. I actually know that because I checked that before, but you should check it. So now we have it. So you see that it's doing the concatenation correctly. And now we need to make sure that there are no duplicates. So now we have unique locations, close and apply. We should be able to do our model. Oh my God. So location. Yay! And then date to date. And there you have your model. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, now, do you remember what we wanted? You have to remember that this is accumulated values of cases, which in this case is absolutely perfect because what we want to know is the spread of the virus. So we do need, let me filter by, just so you see how the data is again. So you have from the 22nd of January is 1.9. It is increasing. So you cannot sum these. You can only have the value by date to make any sense, right? So this is what we're going to do. We are going to put, first of all, if we want to map location as that's what we want to do, we have to put the location, the latitude, categorize it as latitude, and the longitude, we want to categorize it as longitude. So there you go. And now you might think, oh, and then if I put latitude and longitude in there, Power BI will do right? No, it won't. You have to change these to don't summarize. It says, so that's good. Don't summarize. And there we have the number of cases. We want to have the number of cases by the size should be let's see what it's doing. 2 cases, no. Doesn't matter, we can leave cases. Okay, so let me show you what's going on. We're going to get our date, and then we're going to get the number of cases, And you see that it's 100,000. Thankfully, that's not true. If we put a date again as a filter, and we put today there's no data, because that data set is always one data old. So it has to be the 4th. You see that the number of cases is 24,000, which is almost close. In their website, it says almost 25 because they have the date for today, but the Google Sheet, they only updated a day before. So we're going to first create a measure for our cases. Let me... So it is the number of cases. We're going to sum the number of cases. We're going to do it day by day, so it doesn't matter if it's a sum. And then we'll do +0. So in cases blank, it doesn't show blank, it shows 0. Okay. And then we're going to hide this one. Don't use measures directly. Or don't use measures directly. Don't use columns directly. Create a measure always for them, okay? And let's call it something. Number of cases. Okay. Remove. So we're going to substitute this one with that one. So now we're using a measure instead. And now we want this to get to iterate for each day. Okay. And let me show you how, let me see how I did on mine, so I can do the exact same thing here. We have the map. Where is the... There you have it. Get out of here. I don't need you. Remove. We're going to do a card with the number of cases. And we're going to do a card for the number of countries. And for that, we need to create a measure too. And it is new measure. Locations, which is equal to count rows. You can do location. You can also count the number of countries. It's going to give you the same result. So this is the number of locations. And now we are going to go into the app source and we're going to get a custom visual that is going to help us iterate through the dates. So it's always giving us the latest. Let me show you. Play axis is called. So we're going to, okay, put it in there. And then we're going to play by date. We're going to no title. This we're going to then hide behind the map. And we're going to give it a go. Oh, we want to do also date as a card, so we see which date is iterating. And date, change the format. So we can actually read it. There we have it. Let's remove the category. There we have it. And we don't need that one because otherwise it will iterate only through one day. We don't want that. And there you go. 28th, nothing happened. 30, nothing. 31st, nothing. I think the cases for these data sets start at the 20th or 19th. So we'll just have to wait just a second before it gets to there. And then it will start to pop up things into the map, hopefully. Yay! There you go. You see? So he's getting the cases in there. And that is basically how you do it. It looks very different from the one that I... but, you know, I'm using the one I show you, use Mapbox. This one is using the custom, you know, the map that comes from Power BI. And the map that comes from Power BI doesn't show all the points. But you'll see here in a second that it goes up to 25,000 before it, so the data is correct. Let it go. Now it starts 300, 500, 600, 900, 2,000, 4, 6, 8, oh, this is incredible, 12, 17, 20, 24, you see? Now, if you want to keep this playing, just go in here and turn this on and this on. I'm not going to do it now because it just makes it impossible to work with. We're going to put the date there, the location there, the cases there. Save, and ladies and gentlemen, you are done. This is how you do it. So next week, I will work with a more complicated data set that actually has a lot more information for us to analyze. And then we will get the data in Power BI and I will go into Curbal Data Labs. This is our new YouTube channel to analyze the data in there. So I'll show you here how to get the data and we will go there to analyze the data. So hopefully this was useful. There is a link down below with access to the Power BI file. Give it a go and show me how the Power BI reports come. So I would love to see them. Okay, hopefully this was useful. I see you again in the next video. Until then, as always, take care and bye-bye.